friends, and happy December 1st. I thought it'd be really fun to celebrate the start of the Creepmas season with a vlog. This is gonna be more like one of my lifestyle videos where I'm reading, watching things, and we going out on adventures. So it's gonna be a blend and a mix of many things. In about an hour, I'm gonna be going over to my mom's place because she got us tickets for this really cool event. There's a winery in our area that is offering a garland or wreath DIY workshop. I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited for this vlog because today was just like not my day work-wise. I don't typically have bad days at work. It's usually pretty smooth or like, you know, a positive experience. But today was just not good. So I'm really excited to escape into the Christmas festivities and really kind of, you know, soothe my anxieties with all these really fun things. And then doing a quick little reading check-in here. I wanna know, what are you all reading right now? Anything holiday or Christmas related? It could be horror or otherwise, but I'd be curious to know, so let me know down in the comments, what have you started? I kind of got a little bit of a head start on my December TBR. I knew I was jamming in quite a bit. So I do have a few things in my December TBR video that I wanted to update you on ASAP, so if you're interested in checking them out, or maybe not, you had some information on that ahead of time. So I did start out with the book's Yuletide Invasion and then also its sequel. I think I preferred the sequel a whole lot more to the first one, but I did generally like both. You go into KU books knowing that, you know, the editing isn't always going to be great. There will be some grammatic or spelling errors. It just kind of comes to the territory. But this book really knew what it was trying to give us. And that was like that B-movie book experience. And it definitely delivered. It's cheesy, it's silly. You know, you have like these really weird YA moments between a couple, and it's silly, but I really loved it. I ate it up. I highly recommend these two if you want something that's like really quick, packs a punch, and has a really fun alien extraterrestrial situation. And then on Scribd, also known as Everand, I listened to Snowball by Gonzalez, and this one was a huge standout for me, like huge recommendation coming from me with this one. I had an idea that Snowball was gonna be like if Elf on the Shelf was evil, and it definitely was. Again, another book with a very vicious ending, but this one really read to me as very mainstream. And then lastly here, I could not wait any longer to read Candy Cane Kills, which I finished in one sitting, and I started it during sprints with Lexi. I really enjoyed this one. Like, I don't think it was a 5-star for me. There were weirdly some grammar errors, like at 3 points. I was like, wait, huh? Like, this is not a KU book. Why is there spelling errors? But overall, I really loved it. I love the disability representation within this book. It really read like a B movie, and that's the whole purpose of that specific series of books. It's short, it's fun, and I think it really gave me what I wanted, which is all the Christmas vibes, something wintry, and it also gave me, you know, a lot of like surprise elements. Like, I don't really feel like I knew where the story was going, and I really loved like the little bit of like romance moments that this book had too. Okay, now it's time to make my way over to my mom's, finish getting ready for this DIY garland wreath making class, which will be interesting because I do like crafts, but I'm not always known for like being really good at them. So I'm curious to know what this all ends up looking like for me. Okay, so I made the executive decision to turn that movie off. I know it's a horror comedy, but that wasn't really funny to me. I felt like a lot of the acting was also super cringe. Like even Joel McHale and Justin Long, some really like big names in that movie. I just, yeah, it didn't do it for me. It had the Christmassy vibes, so that's there, like the ambiance. But the acting was just way too cringe for me. I think that's the biggest thing here. I think the one bright spot here, besides the Christmassy vibes and like the set decoration and the lighting, is gonna be that the oldest sister in the movie Ginger Snaps actually appears in the movie, and her scenes, like she totally stole every moment. But besides that, this movie was not watchable for me, which is totally fine because I'm super tired. It's been a long day. Okay, we just arrived to the Winchester Mystery House. I have my Krampus earrings on. Fingers crossed there's a Krampus sighting. And yeah, we have an Oddities market. I've never been to one. This has been my first one. This is dark Victorian Christmas themed, so hopefully there's some cute things. And yeah, let's go. Krampus, where are you? Krampus, are you here, Krampus? There's this really cute Yule set. There's actually a Krampus blend, like a Merry Krampus, so I couldn't pass that up. And then they also had these Krampus stickers that are really cute, and I feel like Krampus is rare to find, so they also had these as well. So these are like individual Krampus heads, and then other things that say like maybe Krampus, cheers, he knows if you're good or bad. I got these really cute pieces of art from like a mother and daughter art duo. This one gives me like a dark Victorian but like pastel vibe to it. Really freaking cute. Like imagine reading something gothic and then this is like your bookmark. So this is from the mom, and the daughter had also like kind of creepy but whimsical art as well, but a little bit more on the darker side. Then lastly, there was actually a company that it's called, I think, like Big Top Sweet Shop. Their inspiration is a chocolate and candy company that is like clown themed. So definitely could not pass up this little clown right here with marshmallows on the back. Ah! Hello friends, it is Sunday evening. It feels way later than it actually is. It's around 6 p.m., but it definitely feels like 8 p.m. My partner and I are getting ready to go on a holiday to one of our favorite places. So we're heading out in a few minutes, but I did want to give some reading updates. This weekend, I decided to DNF 2 books. The first one is going to be The Abominable Snowman by Brian Barry. I recently, like super recently, read Thanksgiving Day Massacre by him during, the week of Thanksgiving, because I'm like thematic like that, and I really love that one. Unfortunately, Abominable Snowman just did not do it for me. I felt like the writing style it didn't make sense. It like felt very convoluted, and I found myself being really confused about what was happening. And when I find myself like tapping my Kindle to like move forward and I'm kind of like, skimming through things, that's a big sign to me that like it's time to put this book down. And also, The Abominable Snowman didn't even feel all that gory. Like I was expecting a little bit more from it. And then the second book I DNF'd, I totally foresaw this one coming, and that is going to be the short story collection Hark, the Herald, Angels Scream. I had started this one last year and probably read about 5 or 6 of the stories, and then I re-listened to them this time around, and I found most of them just to be kind of like, what I would describe as like meh, like a meh story. And then I read a few more, maybe like 2 or 3, and I was bored out of my mind. So, it's December, no more time should be wasted on things that are just meh kind of reads. I'm just cutting my losses there. I don't want to read a book that I'm not enjoying just because I love the cover. Like both The Abominable Snowman and Hark both have amazing covers, but their content's just not my cup of tea. But on a more positive note, I did start Christmas and Other Horrors, this anthology collection. I have gotten to 2 stories. I've really liked them. Surprisingly, the first one was by Christopher Golden, and it included this like folklore creature from, I want to say Germany maybe, definitely somewhere in Europe. It's called the Schnabelperkten, and I had no clue what a Schnabelperkten was, and I had to Google the image, and that just like solidified the creep factor for that story. And what I really love that short story collections do, although they rarely do it, is that they include a little blurb at the very end of each short story written by the author or the editor, where they kind of explain the origins or inspiration for the short story itself. And even sometimes they'll speak briefly to like some theme or motif in the story. And this one has it, so this makes me love it even more. But again, I've only gotten to 2 stories. I like that one by Christopher Golden, surprisingly. And the other one had a little bit of like evil Santa vibe to it. I also forgot to mention that I did start and finish Santasploitation by Judith Sonnet. I didn't realize it on the outset, but this is definitely a short story. I wouldn't even say a novella, because on my Kindle, I think it actually came out to like maybe 40-ish pages. This one was definitely dark. It included SA, so if that's something you avoid, definitely don't pick up this one. In the acknowledgements, she did mention that she created this story because a friend of hers made a joke about what ended up being the story and like the main kind of shtick of it all. So it's made to be ridiculous, it's made to be over the top, it's made to be silly. It's definitely not my favorite thing that I read this week or since I've started my December TBR, but I thought it was very thematic and it was short, so it didn't feel like it was a waste of time. We are heading out to one of our favorite arcade bars for a little holiday on this Sunday evening. They have a holiday overlay every year and they also have something for Halloween, so if you've seen that vlog, you know exactly where I'm heading to. I already checked the menu ahead of time and they do have different drinks on there than they did last year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if I like more of them this year than I did last year, because they did have, you know, a good selection, but I'm hoping that there's some really unique ones here. I'm ready for some yummy drinks. I'm ready to have a relaxing Sunday because Sundays can be scary, so we are heading on out. Oh yeah, this one's good. It's like very sweet. Sweet but light. It's kind of creamy a little bit. I like it. And it's so cute. It actually comes with a marshmallow. Really cute. 10 out of 10 for taste and looks. Ube. Yum.
Delicious hot butter drop.
Yum. Oh, this one tastes good. It's like very refreshing, but also like a sweetness to it, the mint. I really love it. And we get to keep a little koala. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, friends. If you're looking for more horror holiday vibes, a little bit more Creepmas, definitely check out this vlog from last year. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!